Hello everyone and welcome to the Redmen TV. It's starting 11 prediction time ahead of Liverpool's fourth round FA Cup tie against Cardiff City on Sunday at Anfield. I'm going to go through and select the team that I think Jürgen is going to pick for this game, and because we're live and interactive, I want you guys to get involved too. If you're watching this live on Twitter now, click the link in the tweet and come and join us on YouTube. Get in the live chat and let me know your thoughts. Let me know where you think I'm right, where I'm wrong, and what you guys would do away. Right, so we're going to sign off from the Twitter guys now, and we're going to head on over to the YouTube channel. Hello everyone, hope you're doing well. Let's make a start. The first decision we had was how strong a team is Jürgen going to select for this game. Normally an FA Cup fourth round tie at home against the Championship side, I would expect to see a very inexperienced or a very mixed Liverpool side. However, a lot of our players haven't actually played a game of football since the 23rd of November when they beat Crystal Palace. The next game, obviously, after Cardiff is Leicester on Thursday night. If the big guns don't play between that Palace game and the Leicester game, you're talking almost 2.5 weeks without kicking a ball. And for me, I think that's too long. I think Liverpool are a side that need a bit of rhythm. So I think this team is going to be stronger than most Jürgen Klopp FA Cup teams. Don't know if you guys agree or not, but again, please do jump in the live chat if you're watching along on YouTube and let me know your thoughts. Shout out to Bad Drinker, who's just became a first team member as well. Thanks for joining us there, guys. So yeah, jump in the live chat, let me know your thoughts and stuff. First of all, in goal, I'm going to go for Kevin Kelleher. My thinking on this is I think Jürgen, again, is going to pick a very strong team, but I don't think he's going to start the guys who have had international duty over the last few days. So you're talking Alisson, you've got Fabinho, we've got Taki Minamino, have all been playing international football. Nusan Luis Diaz as well, obviously been away with Colombia. So I don't think they're going to play because they have got rhythm, they've got a few minutes in their legs. But I think other than that, I think it's going to be a pretty strong team. So I'm going to go for Kevin Kelleher in goal. I am going to start at left back then with Andy Robertson. Like I say, part of me wants to give Shimikas a game because again he hasn't played that much football recently. But I just think that bigger gap for all these players is too much, and I want them fit and firing for that Leicester game, which is a big old game in the league. We owe them one after what happened when we went down to their ground and got beaten. So I've got a feeling like Jürgen's going to want us to get some rhythm in the legs. Having 5 substitutes in the FA Cup, or well, having 9 subs and being able to make 5 means that you can also get, if you want to take these lads off after a certain amount of time, you are afforded that luxury as well. So Robertson, I am going for Virgil van Dijk at centre-half alongside Joe Gomez. Now the reason I picked Joe Gomez, I am very much aware about, again, he is very much fourth choice in the pecking order at this moment in time, but he desperately needs some football. He hasn't played for so long. I think the Shrewsbury game would have been ideal for Joe Gomez to get some minutes in his legs, but obviously the whole COVID situation was a bit of a shambles and we had to just pick what we had. In the end, I think obviously Virgil plays with Konate, but I've got a feeling he's going to want to get minutes into Joe's legs just in case we need him at some point down the line. Furthermore, with Neco Williams now going out on loan, we might see more of Joe Gomez at right back in the near future. He needs some rhythm. He needs 90 minutes under his belt, so I think he's going to get that in this game. And then finally at right back then, I've gone for the star boy Trent Alexander-Arnold. Again, it's unusual for such a strong team to be in the FA Cup, and I do acknowledge that, but like I keep saying, I think he wants to play these guys into rhythm. Let me know your thoughts then. Do you think I'm completely wrong on how he's going to set up his back four in terms of, is he going to be youthful? I've seen some shouts in the chat, so I think, who was it? It was Brew who mentioned Connor Bradley, and we saw Palash say Shimikas will get you think Shimikas will play? And then we had another one there, didn't we? Yes, again there. Taj, who says Gomez definitely needs the game time. Hopefully Konate gets some minutes too. And then Sirkop says Matip. Yeah, listen, there's a lot of ways and means. I think he's going to want Virgil to get some games after essentially a 2-week layoff. And I think he's definitely going to want Joe Gomez to play. Right, guys? Going to go to a quick message from our sponsor now, from Profit Accumulator. These guys will help you out over the weekend if you need them to. As the breaks on, do keep in the live chat. Let me know your thoughts on the defenders and obviously the midfielders who are coming as well. But for now, let's head on over to Profit Accumulator.
Hey everyone, Mate here. Just want to introduce to you our brand new sponsor, Profit Accumulator, your hand-in-hand, step-by-step guide to matched betting. What is match betting, I hear you say? Well, it is your way to beat the bookmakers. It is incredibly simple. If you go over to their website using the link in the description underneath, they will give you a step-by-step guide. And what effectively it is it allows you to use the free bet offers from a whole variety of bookmakers around the web and bet them against each other. So you bet on essentially both outcomes of an event. They will guide you through, they will talk you through with no inside knowledge needed by you. You will be able to come out ahead. Does it sound complicated? Am I making it sound complicated? I'm trying not to. It isn't complicated. It's incredibly simple. Go over there. If I can do it, you can do it. Trust me, and you can come out ahead. You can beat the bookmakers. It is an incredible, interesting, fascinating way to hopefully give yourself a little bit of a side hustle as we head deeper into 2022. So yeah, check out Profit Accumulator, use that link underneath and have a boss time with it.
Right guys, so do go over and check out Profit Accumulator. The link is in the description of the video. If that's your type of thing, go ahead and take a look at it. They will be able to help you out if they can. Right then, in terms of the defence, I think we had a few comments in over the break there. We had Meme Lord, I would love to see Gomez with Van Dijk. It's definitely the best partnership. Both of them are in form. I can see it being Canate at the weekend with Gomez though. We've got Muad, apologies, I've got your name wrong there, who says Gomez and Canate for me. Maybe they will play a half each. Yeah, I agree with that as well, yeah. So again, interchangeable. We've got 5 subs. I wouldn't be shocked if Van Dijk plays a half and then maybe Canate or Matip get the other half, but I definitely think he's going to want to try and get as many minutes as he can into Joe Gomez. I think someone else agreed with me in the chat there as well. Yeah, I'll go back to that in a second. It was, yeah, very good call. Thank you very much. I do appreciate that. Right then, let's move into midfield. Like I just said, I don't think Fabinho, given the fact that he played for Brazil in this break, is going to start. So I'm going to go for Jordan Henderson in the number 6 role. There's an argument for Tyler Morton, but again, I keep going back to my point before in that, I'll stand over here. I think he's going to want to get minutes in the legs of the lads who he needs at Leicester. So I'm going to go for Jordan Henderson. A lot of people aren't going to like this, and I'm not too sure I like it too much as well. But James Milner's going to be, I know a lot of people hate it when these two lads are on the pitch at the same time. I think it can work if Henderson's playing in the number 6 role. I don't think you want Henderson and Milner here with like a Fabinho behind. But I think if Henderson does the disciplined 6 role, James Milner's a more than good enough option. Why I picked him there, I'll get to the subs bench later and explain me thinking behind that. I know Thiago's back in training, but I'm going to, spoiler alert, he's going to be on my bench as well. And then I'm going to put Curtis Jones on this left-hand side. Again, there's call, Naby Keita's back. But again, he has played, obviously, he's played a lot of football over the last few weeks and stuff. I know he was suspended for Guinea's last game and he has been around a fair bit since then. But I just think Curtis, it's been a long break since Curtis played, so I think he too needs the minutes. And I actually think he deserves to play as well. He's been very, very good in that role. He deserves the chance to try and continue keeping that role as and when all the big guns are coming back. So I think that's the midfield. You guys have gone, you've got a friend in me, says thumbs up for Hendo. Jack says, no, not Milner and Hendo. I tend to agree, Jack. Again, like I said, if it was both of them in the attacking roles, I'd agree. I think we're fine with Henderson playing as the number 6. Thiago needs some time, says Hardeep. Spoiler, Hardeep, you get ahead of yourself. Thiago will be on my bench and he will be coming off the bench, I do promise you. I'd go the Ox personally, says you've got a friend. Again, spoiler alert, you might see Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain in a minute. Elliot, another one you're probably going to see in a minute. You're all spoiling my show. I'll get to that in a minute. But yeah, I get the points on the midfield, guys, but trust me, I've got yours covered. And that's more than enough, by the way, to beat Cardiff, I'm sure. Left wing then, the main man at the moment, or one of them. Diogo Jota's going to get the chance to hear his song, hopefully sung around Anfield when he scores. It's the hot new song. We've actually got a video on our YouTube channel if you haven't seen it or you don't know the words just yet. We had cameras in the Crystal Palace away end. We've set it up for like karaoke style. We've even got the words and the little red ticker that goes through it for you. So if you haven't seen that yet at the end of this video, do go and check that out. Learn the words, especially if you're going on Sunday, you might need to know them. I mentioned before about the Brazilians not playing. Well, I have got a Brazilian in my side. It just so happens it's one that didn't play for Brazil over the last few weeks. So Roberto Firmino starts up front for me. And then finally, I've gone for Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain on this right-hand side. I nearly put Kate Gordon in. I was very, very tempted to play Kate Gordon. Again, spoiler alert, he isn't even going to be on the bench in the end because Liverpool got so many numbers back. But I just think Ox has played 2 games at right wing recently and he scored in both of them. Scores against Brentford, scores against Palace. Good option to have. Listen, when we are touch wood, we are nearing the fit return of the king. At time recording, he's playing tonight, obviously, for Egypt. Regardless if they win or lose, he's got another game on Sunday, whether it be the final or whether it be that third place playoff. After that, for Leicester, fingers crossed, both Sadio and Mo Salah are back and available to play against Leicester. And if they are, there's a good chance they both start. But for now, Jota and Ox are my front 3. That's a really strong side, says Taj. I agree. And there's, again, the method in me madness. Usually this FA Cup is played in January before, and there's no, obviously, the winter break is a little bit different. Obviously, the season's has all shifted about. Liverpool have happened to get Cardiff after a 2-week absence where the majority of the players have been on holiday. They've been in Dubai or they've been in America. I know a few of them they've been jet setting all over the world. They are nice and refreshed and ready to go. So I agree, it's a very strong side, but I think it's one that's needed ahead of that Leicester game to get some minutes in their legs. Right then, let me just, excuse me while I reach down and get my subs bench then. I've seen a lot of you people mentioning the subs bench and who should be playing. Well, a lot of those names I'll get to now. They're going to probably be in this 9. Remember, bench of 9 and you can make 5 subs. Bear that in mind, there's a lot of changes to happen. So I'm going to go for Alisson on the bench. I wouldn't be shocked if it's Adrian, to be honest, or even Petaluga, because I'm not sure Alisson will want to be sitting there on the bench. But why? I'm going to go for him there, for Ali to be on the bench, just in case we need him. A reference before, in fact, I'll move him over, because I just thought on, I've got 9 of these lads to fit in, so let's move him over. Joel Matip, for me, is on the bench. I wouldn't be shocked if he comes out at half-time, or this guy, Ibu Konate, for Virgil van Dijk. I know we've pre-planned centre-half subs in the Cups this month. I remember against Nat Phillips gets a half against Preston, doesn't he? I think it was already pre-planned for Joel to go off. Joel goes off against Arsenal recently at half-time in the League Cup. Having these extra couple of subs allows you to do that. So Kostas Tsimikas for me is obviously on the bench. Again, I've gone for Fabinho. Again, I know he played for Brazil. I think it's a break glass option if you need him. Hopefully he gets the day off. The return of Thiago Alcantara is a huge one for Liverpool. He's in full training. He's been in full training all week. Fingers crossed he comes through that at time recording. He's absolutely fine. You never know with Thiago. Like, something mad can happen. Touch wood, that does not happen. But yes, I am going to go for Thiago. And I'm sure he'll get some minutes at some point. I wouldn't be shocked if it again at half time or the last 30. That if we see Thiago play, he definitely needs to get the minutes in his legs. The returner, again, another returning player, Naby Keita. Again, another one who's played football recently. That's why I didn't select him, and that's why I went for Curtis. I think there's still a huge role for Naby Keita to play in this season for Liverpool, and fingers crossed he stays fit and stays fine. Like we always say with Naby, that's the key for it. If he can do that, he's a very valid option. He's an amazing option. If you can bring him off the bench in this game, and maybe if Cardiff are being a bit resilient and a bit tough, Naby's certainly got the ability to unlock them, as is Thiago, by the way. So 2 good subs to have if Liverpool need to, well, in either direction really. If you want to control the game because you're ahead, well, there's Thiago. If you're struggling maybe to break them down, you need a bit more creativity. You've got Thiago, you've got Naby as well. So I'm really happy with that subs bench. I've got Harvey Elliott has been in training, hasn't he, now for a few days. He had that warm-up game against Wrexham. Liverpool literally got a team in and give them a game at Kirby just so Harvey could get the minutes in his legs. It's going to be so good when he comes on Sunday. I'm certain he'll get on at some point, whether it's in midfield or whether it's on this right-hand side. I am certain we're going to see, at least half an hour, 20 minutes maybe, of Harvey Elliott. He's going to get such a warm reception and he deserves it. He's credit to him that he's got himself back fit and firing so well. Credit to him that everyone's desperate to see him back, such as the impact he made earlier this season. He actually didn't play that many games if you think about it before the injury, but he made such an impression. He's such a down-to-earth, level-headed guy. You look at all his socials, you look at all the stuff he does. He went to Blackburn, didn't he, and got a great ovation there as well. So obviously people love Harvey Elliott, and rightly so. So I can't wait to see Harvey back. Like I say, that warm-up game, we got one of our members, Hilton Lamb, says he bossed it as well. He did. I think if you notice, go over to the Redmen TV Instagram account, Ross posted the video of the goal he scored. It's an absolute worldie, it really is. And then finally, I've gone for Luis Diaz if he's allowed to play and if he's fit enough. If he's not, Taki will be sub number 9. But call me an old romantic. I want to see a little bit of Luis Diaz. I'd love to see him just even if he gets on for 10 minutes or something. I know there's all kinds of issues with clearance and he's hardly trained and all that kind of stuff. But if you want to throw a lad on for 10 minutes, surely there's room for him. Also, obviously, Taki Minamino, as pointed out in the live chat there, I was about to bring that. I think it's Elders who says there. Oh, no, sorry, I do apologise. It's Zub who says Taki's had Japan duty. He's had some minutes. He actually scored for Japan on international duty, did Taki the other day. So, fingers crossed, we get to see Diaz. With all due respect to Taki Minamino, I don't think we're going to see an awful lot of him between now and the end of the season, given that we're soon to have Mo and Sadio back. Now we've got Diaz. Origi's apparently close enough to return to fitness. Obviously, the 3 lads we've got here as well. And the return of Harvey Elliott. I'm not too sure how much more of Taki we're going to see this season. He deserves credit for the goals he scored, especially in the League Cup. And I wouldn't be shocked if Jürgen maybe give him a place on the bench in the League Cup final as a sentimental thank you, whether Jürgen thinks that way. But for now, I want to see the new lad get Anfield excited for the debut of Luis Diaz. I'll be made up that's what happens again. This is based on clearance and fitness and how he looks and all that. He has just been playing footy, so it's not like he's been sitting around. He has been playing for his national side for Colombia, so that's the reason Liverpool had to fly to Argentina to get the deal done because of it. Again, if not, it'll be tacky for me, but maybe I'm being hopeful rather than expectation. But I'm going to hope that Luis Diaz gets on the team. Right then, let's have a little look at some of your comments on the side that I have selected. You've got, I can't see him starting both Trent and Robbo. That's from Jim83. Yeah, maybe, again, I've justified the reasons 100 times why I picked a strong team. I don't think I need to keep going through it. They need minutes in the legs. It's been such a long time. Liverpool, Jürgen likes to rest his players, but he also likes rhythm. And I don't think he wants to get 2.5 weeks, so Sunday the 23rd of November, when we go and beat Palace, to then wait till, 2 weeks, and then, 4 days? You're talking, nearly 18 days, I think. I mean, Matt is right, 17, 18 days. Before you play Leicester at home. I think that's too long a layoff. I think he's going to want some rhythm and minutes in the legs. Let's see. We've got Elder says, what a team we have. Amazing depth when they're all healthy. I completely agree. A lot is said about Liverpool's squad and the issues we have. Look at that. Look at those. There's 20 players there. And then there's also the return of Mohamed Salah and the return of Sadio Mane. Taki Minamino couldn't even get in my 20. Divock Origi's not mentioned there as well. You've got the youngs, the K. Gordon still knocking around, Tyler Morton who's played minutes. There's a lot of football players that Liverpool have got. When they're all fit and firing and all available, the squad, the depth is really, 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 really good. It's whether you can keep them fit. We've had injury issues with Thiago and with Naby, obviously. We've had major layoffs of centre-half last season. We've had the AFCON issues as well. I do understand it, but when everyone's fit and firing, I mean, that's a 4th round cup tie. And to be honest, any of those 9 guys there, add Taki Minamino, add Kate Gordon, add Tyler Morton, could very much start in this game. I don't know. And it wouldn't be that much weaker. The depth is really, really good. I completely agree. Fingers crossed we can keep them all fit and healthy and make a challenge for trying to win 4 trophies this season. That is very much still on the cards. It's unlikely, but there's very much 4 competitions to go and win, and hopefully we've got the lads to go and do it. They're certainly talented enough. Obviously, it's trying to keep them all fit and trying to keep them all in rhythm. We've got Leicester on the 10th. I think it'll be a mixed strength team, says Harrison. I'm not going to go over that again. I disagree because we're playing Leicester, that these lads need minutes. Molly says, I think Shimikas will play. Why else was he featured on the Liverpool website? That's a fair point. Shimikas did do the interview for LFC, which might be a hint that he is going to start. And again, if that's how it goes, I'll illustrate that now. I mean, that's fine. If that's how you think it might go, nothing wrong with that. Let's throw Andy Robertson over here. I'm absolutely perfectly fine with that. If that's how you want to go. I'm just guessing you'll want Robbo to get a few minutes in his legs, but absolutely right. That could definitely happen. Let's move that back because I'm getting OCD. If my team isn't right at the end of this video. Right then, any more comments? Let's have a quick few more before we start. I I think Keita and Curtis for LTM. I mean, that's very attacking. Fair play. He could if he wants to, but then I think they both want to play on the left. I think Curtis and Naby both want to be in this area. He very much could put Keita in for Milner. That's very attacking. And if he wants to try and blow Cardiff out the water, it's certainly there. I actually think it'll be the other way around. I think he goes for Jones, and I wouldn't be shocked to see Keita be the sub who comes on for Curtis, or he comes on for Jota, and Curtis ends up on the left, and Keita ends up in midfield. I don't think he would start both of them at the same time. Thiago's got that quality where he came on in the debut against Chelsea and broke the passing record. I mean, Thiago's start him, bring him on as a sub, do whatever you want with Thiago Alcantara. He's a high-level footballer. I think it's perfect for him. I don't think you want to start him, because I don't think you want to just bring him straight out the cold and have to play him for like an hour or whatever. I think if you can leave him there and make sure you can guarantee whatever happens, Thiago, at 60 minutes, you're coming on the pitch. I think that's how we would go for it. We've got Sugma, who says, I'd like to see some more Conor Bradley or Freuendorf, whose name I can't say probably, would be nice in the Cup. It would be nice to get these young kids games. They played the other day in the League Cup as well, sorry, in the FA Youth Cup. It was a shocker really when they were 3-0 up and ended up getting beat by Chelsea. I always like blood in youngsters, but the priorities are the priorities now. It's a cup to win, it's getting minutes in the legs, it's getting the squad back together. I don't think we'll see much of the young players between now and the end of the season, if I'm honest. Again, if everyone stays fit and healthy, I don't really see that happening. I reckon you could move Ox into midfield for Curtis and start Gordon at right wing, says Corey. Yeah, again, absolutely. But then, if that's the case, someone who's missing out on the matchday squad for you, maybe Diaz. If Diaz isn't ready, fair point. But then if Diaz isn't ready, is Gordon getting in the squad over Taki? Perhaps he did. He started over him against Arsenal, so it's very much a consideration. I have got a K Gordon card, so he was in my thoughts. Usually, spoiler alert, peep behind the curtain. All the lads who we don't think are going to play are shoved away in a drawer over there. I do have a K Gordon card, so yeah, you could do it. You could definitely be in there. I wouldn't be adverse to it, if I'm honest. I'm fine with K Gordon playing, and if you want to put one youngster in, perfect. I just want to go back. I want to win the game, and I want to get minutes in the legs of all the lads who have not been playing. Nickett says Morton will start. Again, I have got Tyler here. He was in my thoughts. But why? I don't understand. Why would you play Tyler Morton now? Who needs a rest? They've all had 2 weeks off. Why would you need to rest anybody? I don't understand why you would do that. Personally, seeing as Williams is out on loan, who's our backup right back, says CFM1337. Is it Gomez or Milner? Yeah, it's a good question. I don't know. I'm still unsure why. I don't think they should have loaned Neco Williams out, if I'm honest. I said that I don't really see the reasoning behind it. My guess is it's Gomez. It's a combination of both. Listen, last time when Trent got injured, when Trent was out, I remember the Man City game where Milner plays and got torn to bits really by Phil Foden. But the week before he played against Crystal Palace, had a very, very good game. So perhaps it's Milner, perhaps it's Gomez. I agree, I'm not 100% sure. Russell says a Hendo, Jones, Keita midfield 3 would be very nice. It'd be very attacking. It certainly would. You'd be a very front foot team if that was the case. And listen, with that back four, maybe you are able to do that. You're able to go, we'll defend you, lads, go. I do get that. Sir Klopp, I'll be really angry if Shimmercast doesn't play. Don't be angry. Don't be angry. It's absolutely fine. You've got nothing to worry about. Right then, that is the 11 I think Jurgen's going to pick for this game. If you're not watching this live, go into the comments section and let me know the 11 you think Jurgen's going to pick, and also the 11 that you would choose. They are two different things, obviously. What you think Jurgen would do, and then what you would do as well. While there, please do give the video a nice thumbs up. It always helps us out. A nice like there. Now, ahead of this big game, a bit later on today, over on Redmen Plus, our streaming service, I'm going to be interviewing Cardiff City fan Nathan and getting the lowdown on everything to do with Cardiff. So I know they've had a bit of an up and down season, but they won the other day. They've made a few transfer dealings. So I'm going to get their thoughts. So if you do want to watch that, head on over to the redmentv.com. Join Redmen Plus, and that will be streaming later this afternoon. And then obviously this weekend for the game, Errol and myself will be in the studio for the watch along. Our first show goes live usually about an hour and 15 minutes before kickoff with the team news. And then obviously 15 minutes before kickoff, so that's 11:45 UK time for the game. We'll go right through to full time as well. So if you want to join us for that, all you got to do, if you click the notification bell on YouTube now, you'll get a little alert when we go live and you can join us for the show. We're going to have lots of fun. It's very early. We have to be in the studio very early. Probably going to bring a McDonald's breakfast with me, if I'm honest. Or maybe a different, I don't know, a little full English from somewhere. Usually when me and Errol are here, we get a pizza or something. We're going to go breakfast this weekend. But I do hope you can join us. Like I say, thanks to Profits Accumulator for sponsoring the video. Really do appreciate it. Check those out again. The link is in the description. Keep an eye on the channel this week because we've got tons and tons coming up as Liverpool hopefully try to progress in the FA Cup. But until then, I will see you all later. Ta-da.
Hey, if you want to get your name here and be a club legend like so many have so far, join up to Redmen. Plus, you get an incredible range of Liverpool content. Our Netflix for Liverpool fans style services there for you, documentaries, features, interviews, and yes, we also have the club legend here. So if you want to go a bit deeper, get a deeper connection with us and with Liverpool Football Club as well, then sign up to the redmentv.com, Redmen Plus at a club legend tier, and there's loads of extra bonus perks for you as well. Check it out.